Hello, my name is Savannah Dorset and I'm a librarian with Houston Public Library, and welcome to Book Chat, which just like it sounds means we're going to be talking about books. This is the month of May, which if you weren't aware is Asian and Pacific Islander American Heritage Month, which celebrates the unique cultures, traditions, and contributions of those of Asian and Pacific Islander heritage to the United States. So this includes those from not only the Asian continent, so China, Vietnam, India, but also those whose backgrounds comes from the Pacific Islands, which includes the Philippines, New Guinea, the Hawaiian Islands. So in short, a lot of really wonderful countries with rich cultures and traditions, and also some wonderful books. And we're just gonna highlight a few for you today. Previously, I talked about story to screen, so books that have been turned into movies, and we sort of realized there's just not enough of them. So today I'm going to be highlighting books that should totally be movies. You read them and you start sort of mentally casting in your head and thinking about, oh, I would love to see that scene on the big screen. So our first is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Wong, and this is a contemporary romance novel. And in this book, Stella, who is smart, beautiful, accomplished, and also happens to have Asperger's syndrome, decides she needs a boyfriend because her parents are pressuring her to date. But every time she's ever tried to have a relationship, it's ended badly. So she comes to the logical decision of she's going to hire a boyfriend and remove all of the emotions. So she picks Michael Phan, who is half Vietnamese, half Swedish, all gorgeous. And he's going to be her rent-a boyfriend and teach her what she needs to know, and also build in time for feedback and constructive criticism. And of course, they fall in love. And what's really great about this book, beyond Stella and Michael and their amazing chemistry, is that falling in love doesn't change Stella. It doesn't cure her autism. She's still the same awesome Stella person. She still gets really focused on things that she's passionate about. She still needs to follow a set routine. She still, maybe gets overstimulated and needs to take a step back. And Michael never tries to change her. He loves all these things about her because they're what make Stella Stella. And it's really interesting because the author herself, Helen Wong, while she was writing this book, she found out that she herself was autistic, and this book and her second book, The Bride Test, were her ways of sort of working through her autism diagnosis and addressing some of the stereotypes and misconceptions about people with autism, that they're all cold, that they're all standoffish, that they're all geniuses. And it's just a wonderful book with tons of really great layers about race and gender and class and mental illness and consent, and just tons of really great layers that make it more than a fun, fluffy romance novel. And hopefully now you want to see this movie too, and read the book. Our second and third are Because I Can't Make Up My Mind, are both by Lisa C. We have her current one, The Island of Sea Women, and one of her older ones, China Doll. And Island of Sea Women takes place on a remote island in Korea where there's a group of elite, all-female divers and the various relationships and bonds that they form over the years. And then we have China Dolls, which takes place in the United States in the 1930s. A group of women who become friends with each other on the chop suey circuit, which is a very unfortunate name for the all Asian review vaudeville shows that were going on during the 30s. So they meet each other there, and while they're performing together and traveling together, they become friends for life and all of their various tragedies and triumphs and tribulations. And the reason why I highlight both of these, because Lisa C is amazing. I think all of her books should be adapted to the screen. She's just got everything she writes is very cinematic in scope, and she does an amazing job of writing female friendships and really interesting female-only spaces and exploring how important those are. And maybe slightly, for me, China Dolls edges out because fabulous 1930s outfits and the promise of big production numbers. But then you also have, shooting scenes underwater, and that would also be cool. So the answer is make them both into movies. And our final title is The Night Tiger by Yangsze Chu, and it's so popular that I actually don't have a physical copy, which just shows that people are really smart and have checked it out and know what a great book it is. The Night Tiger takes place in Malaysia in the 1930s, which at that time was under British colonial rule. And this book is a really amazing sort of historical fiction, historical fantasy fusion novel. It tells the story of a Chinese girl who gets pulled into this mystery and danger, helping a young boy find, warning, this is gonna sound gross, he needs to put to rest the soul of his dead master, and to do so he needs to find the man's missing finger so he can put all of the body parts together so the man can rest in peace. It sounds gross. It is not, I promise you. This is an absolutely beautiful book that touches on topics of grief, death, the afterlife, found families, the impact of colonialism, and it does so with absolutely gorgeous language, rich cultural detail, and weaving together all of this incredible magical realism and using so much of Asian folklore and mythology. The title of the book, The Night Tiger, comes from a myth of a man who can turn into a tiger at will. This book is just absolutely stunning, and I desperately need it to be made into a movie, or if I can be a bit greedy, I think there's enough for it to be a mini-series and I can watch it unfold over several episodes. And I will say, if you are interested, if you're an audiobook person, the audiobook is actually narrated by the author Yangsze Chu, so you could hear her vision of the world that she creates in her own words, which is really cool. And all of these titles are available, as I said, in print, as audiobooks, as ebooks, hopefully soon as movies. So Hollywood, take note. Ask your friendly librarian for more ideas. And to our HPL people, we're here for you too. You can contact us via email reference, chat reference, telephone reference. Visit our website, houstonlibrary.org. Click where it says get a custom book list, and we will send you a list of titles based on your likes and interests in the month of May or any other month. This has been Book Chat. I'm Savannah Dorset. See you next time.